Have you ever picked up a simple stone by the river, feeling its cool, solid weight in your hand? Most see only a dull rock, but hidden inside could be a world of swirling colors and crystalline beauty. With patience, you can reveal this secret, transforming muddy stones into gleaming gems, each a unique masterpiece shaped by nature and time. All it takes is curiosity and a desire to see the world differently. Sometimes the most stunning treasures are right at your feet. The transformation from a rough river rock into a polished gemstone is a remarkable journey. Nature takes thousands of years to smooth a stone, but with a rock tumbler, we recreate this process in weeks. The journey has 4 stages, from rough, jagged stones to smooth, satiny worry stones, and finally to a glassy, polished gem. In the end, what was once dull and ordinary becomes a stunning, radiant gemstone, a true transformation. Every rock polishing journey begins with the right tools. The heart of it all is the rock tumbler, a mechanical riverbed that transforms rough stones into gleaming gems. For beginners, a simple rotary tumbler is sturdy, affordable, and easy to use. Start with a single barrel model. It's perfect for polishing a handful of stones. Look for a durable motor and a rubber-lined barrel for quiet, reliable operation. Your tumbler will be a patient companion, slowly turning humble rocks into treasures, right in your own home. To shape and shine your stones, you'll need grits and polish. Think of them as sandpaper grades, each finer than the last. Kits come with 4 grits, used in sequence: coarse to grind, medium to smooth, pre-polish for a satin finish, and finally, a fine powder polish. This last step burnishes the stones, revealing their deep color and mirror-like shine, the secret to transformation. Beyond the tumbler and grits, a few essential sundries complete your toolkit. Use dedicated plastic sieves, never your kitchen ones, to rinse stones between grit stages and prevent contamination. Plastic pellets cushion delicate stones and help carry grit, filling your barrel if you're short on rocks. Keep old towels and buckets handy. Rock tumbling is messy, and slurry should never go down the drain. Finally, a logbook helps you track progress and learn from each batch. With these sundries, you're ready to start your rock tumbling journey. Now that our workshop is ready, the real adventure begins. The hunt for stones. A riverbank, a pebbly beach, or a desert wash can be a treasure trove. The joy is not just in finding, but in looking. Look for hard, dense stones. Quartz, agate, or jasper are excellent. Watch for hints of color or pattern. Nature's clues to hidden beauty. Be a respectful collector. Take only what you need and leave nature undisturbed. Each stone has a story, and now you're part of it. After your expedition, spread your river rocks out and rinse them well. Watch as colors and patterns emerge, each stone revealing its unique character. Now select the best candidates for tumbling. Choose stones of similar hardness, like jasper or quartz, and avoid those with deep cracks. Pick mostly rounded shapes for best results. This careful selection is the first step in the art of lapidary. Before tumbling, give your stones a thorough cleaning. Scrub away all dirt and debris with a stiff brush under running water, paying special attention to crevices. Once clean, their colors shine more vividly, ready for transformation. Load the stones into your tumbler barrel, filling it about 2/3 full. Add grit and water, seal the lid, and switch on the motor. The journey begins. This is it, the moment we have prepared for. With your barrel filled 2/3 to 3/4 full with clean sorted rocks and plastic pellets, it is time to begin the first and most dramatic stage of the transformation, the coarse grind. This initial step is the true workhorse of the entire process. Its purpose is not to polish but to shape. We will use the coarsest grit, usually a 60-90 grade silicon carbide, to aggressively grind away all the rough surfaces, sharp edges, pits, and imperfections. This is where the fundamental form of your finished gems will be established. It is a powerful and somewhat noisy beginning to their journey into beauty. To start, add the correct amount of coarse grit to the barrel. The instructions that came with your tumbler or grit kit will give you the precise measurement, but a good general rule is 2 level tablespoons of grit for every pound of rock. Do not be tempted to add more thinking it will speed up the process. It is far more effective to use the correct amount. After adding the grit, pour in enough water to reach just the bottom of the top layer of rocks. You do not want to submerge them completely. The ideal consistency is a thick, flowing slurry, not a watery soup. Once the grit and water are added, seal the barrel lid tightly. This is of the utmost importance. Check that the seal is clean and properly seated to prevent any leaks. Place the barrel onto the tumbler base, switch on the motor, and let the journey begin. You will hear a steady, rhythmic and rather loud clatter as the stones begin their slow, relentless dance inside. Find a suitable place for your tumbler to run, such as a garage, shed or utility room where the noise will not be a disturbance. This is not a quiet process, but the sound is a reassuring sign that the powerful work of reshaping is underway. This coarse grinding stage is the longest part of the entire operation. It typically takes around 7 days, but it can take longer for particularly hard or jagged rocks. I recommend letting it run for a full week without interruption. Let the machine do its patient work. During this time, the sharpest corners are being worn away, the deepest crevices smoothed out, and the very character of each stone is being redefined. Inside that dark turning barrel, a profound change is occurring. Your humble river rocks are taking their first decisive step towards becoming the polished gems you have imagined. After a week of patient waiting, the moment has arrived to check on the progress of your stones. Turn off the tumbler and carefully open the barrel. Be prepared for a surprise. Inside you'll find not your clean rocks, but a thick grey cement-like slurry. This is a wonderful sign. It is proof that the grit has done its job, grinding away the surface of the stones and creating this mixture of rock dust, water and worn-out grit. Now begins the most critical cleaning phase of the entire process. You must rinse everything, the stones, the pellets, the barrel and the lid, until they are immaculately clean. Any leftover coarse grit will ruin the next stage. Using your dedicated sieve, pour the contents of the barrel out and rinse the stones thoroughly under running water, preferably outside or into your waste bucket. Use your old toothbrush to scrub each stone individually, ensuring no slurry remains in any small indentations. Clean the barrel with equal diligence, wiping the inside and the rim until it is spotless. This cleaning step cannot be rushed. Think of it as preparing a fresh canvas for the next layer of your masterpiece. Once everything is perfectly clean, you can inspect your stones. They will be beautifully rounded and smooth, though covered in tiny scratches that give them a matte, frosted appearance. Now, it is time to reload the barrel and begin the second stage, the medium grind. Place your newly shaped stones and clean pellets back into the barrel, ensuring it is still filled to the correct level. This time you will add the medium grit, usually a 120-220 grade silicon carbide. Use the same measurement as before, typically 2 tablespoons per pound of rock. Add water to the same level, just touching the bottom of the top layer of stones. This stage is designed to remove the deeper scratches left by the coarse grit, refining the surface and making it significantly smoother. Seal the barrel once more, ensuring the lid is tight, and set it to tumble for another 7 days. The sound of the tumbler will be noticeably quieter during this stage. The stones are no longer jagged and crashing against each other, but are smoothly sliding and rolling. They are becoming more refined, their rough past being steadily erased. This medium grind is a crucial bridge between the aggressive shaping of the first week and the delicate polishing to come. It is a period of refinement, a gentler but no less important part of the journey towards a brilliant shine. At the end of week 2, repeat the cleaning process, this time even more thoroughly. Any leftover grit can ruin your final polish, so scrub every stone, pellet and barrel part until spotless. Now, your stone should feel silky smooth and look more vibrant when wet. The pre-polish stage uses a fine grit, about 500 or 600 grade, to erase microscopic scratches and create a satin sheen. Load the clean stones and pellets into the barrel, add pre-polish grit and water, then seal tightly. Let the tumbler run for another week, The hum will be softer as the stones are refined to near perfection. This stage unlocks the stone's true potential for brilliance, setting the foundation for a spectacular final polish. Don't rush. This is the step that separates good from great. After pre-polish, clean everything with surgical precision. Any grit left can ruin your finish. Inspect your stones. They should have a glowing matte look, ready for transformation. Place them in a spotless barrel with plastic pellets for cushioning. Add a fine polish powder, aluminium oxide or cerium oxide, plus water to make a thin paste. Seal the barrel and let it run for a final week. Inside, the stones are burnished to a glass-like shine, revealing hidden colors and patterns. When you open the barrel, you'll find a thin, polish-stained liquid and a cascade of gleaming gems. The transformation is complete. Your ordinary river rocks have become stunning gemstones. This is the moment you've worked for. The journey from rough rock to polished gem is all about patience and learning. If your stones aren't shiny, it's usually due to poor cleaning or skipping pre-polish. Just repeat those stages with extra care. Pitting or chipping means your rocks were too brittle or mixed in hardness. Sort carefully next time. If the finish is dull or the shape isn't right, give the stones more time in the tumbler. Keep your barrel properly filled and cushioned to avoid damage. Track your process in a logbook, rock types, times, and results to improve with every batch. Every batch teaches you something new. Embrace the process and enjoy the satisfaction of each success. For a dazzling finish, try this secret: a final short tumble with clean stones, plastic pellets, and a tablespoon of shaved pure soap. No water needed, the residual moisture is enough. Run the tumbler for 2 to 4 hours. This burnishing stage buffs away any last haze. When you open the barrel, your stones will have a slick, wet look, even when dry. Rinse off the soap, dry the stones, and admire the intense shine. This simple step gives your gems a professional, breathtaking finish. It's an easy, inexpensive way to make your work stand out. Try it and see the magic for yourself. Avoid common mistakes to ensure a perfect polish. Cross-contamination is the biggest pitfall. Clean everything between stages to prevent scratches. Don't rush the coarse grind. Let it run until every stone is smooth and pit-free. Keep the barrel 2/3 to 3/4 full. Use plastic pellets if needed. Never mix rocks of different hardnesses. Tumble similar types together for even results. Overloading or underloading the barrel leads to poor tumbling and damaged stones. Patience and attention to detail are your best tools. Master these basics and your gems will shine. Your journey is complete. Now you have a collection of vibrant, polished gemstones. Don't hide them away. Display them in a glass dish or wooden bowl where light can reveal their beauty. Use them in creative projects. Decorate frames, make paperweights, or craft unique jewelry. Larger stones make great worry stones or paperweights. With simple wire wrapping or glue-on bales, turn your favorites into pendants or keyrings. Let your imagination guide you. Incorporate them into mosaics, plant displays, or keep them as tactile treasures. The real reward is in the transformation and the story each stone tells. These gems are trophies of patience and a connection to the Earth's hidden beauty. Our journey from the riverbank to the treasure box shows how even the most ordinary stones hold hidden beauty and wonder. With patience and curiosity, anyone can reveal the dazzling colors and patterns within. Each stone's transformation is a unique story, sometimes surprising, always rewarding. As you polish, you discover not just nature's art, but a new sense of wonder within yourself. So step outside, pick up a stone, and let your adventure begin.